Hello everyone, welcome back. This is MJS Pawan. In this video, we are going to discuss about the KSET paper 2 physical science with the detailed solution. That's by step. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and like if the video is good for you and share with your friends. In this video, I will be discussing about the questions. In this video I will be discussing about the solutions of the questions in the physical science that is held on the 27th September. Let's get started. First questions comes here is the identify the vector that is perpendicular to both I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap and minus I cap plus j cap minus 2k cap. From the following options, we have to find out the vector which is perpendicular to these two vectors. Let's see the property of a vector to be perpendicular, then what should be the property for it. The vectors are said to be perpendicular if the dot product of the vector is 0. What does it mean? A vector dot b vector is equal to, let's see here, a vector is equal to I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap, and here I have selected the option C. Let's see, this vector is perpendicular to this vector and also this vector. Now what we should do is we have to do just dot product of those two vectors. So we will be getting with I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap minus I cap plus 5j cap plus 3j cap 3k cap. These are dot with these are dotted. So when you dot I cap plus minus I cap minus 1, 2 into 5 that is plus 1, minus 3 into 3 that is 9. Here the dot product of same vector will be 1. So this I cap dot I cap is equal to 1. Similarly j cap dot j cap is equal to 1. K cap dot k cap is equal to 1. So we are getting this value, and these two vectors dot product is equal to 0. Next, see the another vector b, that is this one, minus I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap, that is dotted with again with this c. So we will be getting the answer as similarly plus 1, 5 minus 6. So we are end up with 0, which means this vector is perpendicular to these two vectors. Let's go to question number 2. If a vector is equal to 2I cap minus x square y j cap and phi is equal to 2x square y, then a vector dot del phi at 1 comma 1 is. In this option, let's see, option is C. Let's see how this comes. They have given a vector and phi is equal to 2x square into y. Here phi is equal to 2xy, and take the difference of this partially differentiation. With I component and j component, we will be end up with differentiation of x will give to 2 into 2 4xy I cap plus 2x square, because again we are differentiating with y, so we will getting 2x square into j cap. Now you do the dot product of this del phi and a vector, so you will be end up with this expression. When you substitute the value at 1 comma 1, we will be getting 8 minus 2, because 1 into 1 square minus 2, 1 power 4, this will be 1, this will be 1, so we will be getting the answer as 6. Next come the question number 3. The value of integral minus infinity to infinity dx by dx del phi del of x e power x, where k is the constant and del x is the Dirac delta function. So in this you can see here this is the Fourier form, because e power ikx, and it gives the hint about the Fourier expansion, Fourier transformation. So f is equal to f of x is equal to 1 by 2 pi minus infinity to infinity f of x is equal to e power ikx into dx. So don't look after this one. These terms will be depend upon the which function you consider. Sometimes it will be root of 2 pi h, sometimes it will be only root of 2 pi. This is just a normalization constant. So the next term is they have asked you to find out the value of this. So when you put, this is the general formula, f of d power n f of x d power x power n is equal to minus ikn f of x. So here they have asked you only the first order differentiation. Order is 1 and degree is 1. So when you put here 1, and this term will be equals to minus ikx into 1. So ikx is the value. Remaining this term will be a Fourier term, that is f of x e power ikx dx. Let's go to question number 4. The two independent solution of the following differential equation. Here the equation ion is missing. D square y by dx square plus dy by dx plus 2y is equal to 0 r. So in this we have to solve the differential equation, and we have to find the roots. The roots comes out to be m is equal to minus 2 and m is equal to 1, because when you add these terms, this should be one sum of this term and this should be a product. So 2m plus 1m plus 2 is equal to 0. Then you will be ending with m is equal to minus 2, m is equal to minus 1. So here in the options they have given e power minus ix and e power minus 2x. So what the value we got is here. You can just see and verify. So this is the correct one. Next comes the number of independent component of a real antisymmetric tensor of rank 2 in 4 dimension is. Here the thing is, the matrix tensor is then antisymmetric, so the n into n minus 1 by 2, where n is dimension, n is equal to 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2, that will be given to 6. Next comes the question number 6. If v of x is equal to 2xy plus 3 f of z u x comma y plus I v x y is an analytic, and further f of z is equal to 0 is equal to 2 plus 3i, then f of x u of x is what? So here they have asked you to find out the real component in the f of z, that is f of z is equal to u plus iv. So we have to find the u of x comma y. So they have given the u of x as 2x plus 3. We know that the Cauchy-Riemann equation comes out to be dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. That is, I am considering this as equation 1 and equation 2. That is dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou u by dou x. So just do the differentiation partially with respect to x and partially with respect to y. We are ending up with 2y and 2x. So from this 1 and 2, what we can do is just replace this dou v by dou x by dou u by dou x, and minus dou u by dou x, and similarly dou v by dou y by dou u by dou x. So after that you just do the integration by keeping the y as constant term. So there is no y here, so in the integration you left with the constant c, some here also some constant c. So we got the x square minus y square. So one other thing is, we have to know what is the value of c. C means the constant terms. So out of this you can see it is not depend upon any variables like x comma y. So the correct option is comes here is 2, and what here they have given is finding the u of x comma y. So that is the value is this one. Next comes the question number 7. The value of phi dz by where c is the unit circle of radius with origin its center, and the integration is done in clockwise path. So the thing is here integration is taken in the clockwise direction, and it is an unit circle. So z can be represented as r into e power I theta, that is in a complex number. You can do like this. Here r is equal to 1 since it is a unit circle. So differentiate this dz, we will get with the dz is equal to I e power I theta into d theta. Just substitute these values in this form. So we will be getting with 1 by e power I theta, I into e power d theta by d theta. This comes from the dz. Since it is taken over the circle that is in the clockwise direction, so we take the limit from 0 to 2 pi, and here e power I theta cancels. The remaining is I, that is I d theta. I integration of theta is comes to be theta integration 0 to 2 pi e power I 2 pi minus 2 pi is taken because it is going in clockwise direction. When it is coming in the anti-clockwise direction, this will be positive. So the correct option is here is B. Next is one of the eigenvalue of matrix is e power a is e power alpha. A into alpha 0 0 0 0 minus alpha. The product of the other two eigenvalues is. Before finding that, we have to find the what are the eigenvalues. So the eigenvalues can be found out easily by a minus lambda into I is equal to 0, equating to this term. So we will be getting, after solving, alpha minus lambda, alpha square minus alpha square, alpha minus lambda, lambda square. I into I is minus 1 and this will be minus 1. So minus of minus 1 will be plus 1, because I is I minus 1, they will be getting minus 1. So this can be represented as lambda minus alpha plus lambda plus alpha. One lambda will be alpha, another lambda will be equal to minus alpha. So eigenvalues are alpha, alpha, minus alpha. So they have given already one eigenvalue, that is e power alpha, that is eigenvalue of a is 1 is alpha, and other two comes out to be alpha and minus alpha. One eigenvalue of matrix is given, so remaining is the e power alpha and e power minus alpha, that can be represented as this. They have asked you to find out the product of the other two eigenvalues. To find the product of the other two, just you have to do dot e power alpha. When you do dot, the powers get add up and you will be end up with e power 0, that is equal to 1. I think you got it. Thank you for watching. The remaining questions will be solving in few days, and I will be uploading all the questions. If you like the video, please like it and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.